I've never really been that afraid of zombies. I blame video games mostly.
You want to try that again?
There's so many video games that just say, okay, there's some zombies, shoot at them until they're told to stop. But Night of the Living Dead, it's one of the very few movies, not to mention anything with zombies, that's really scary to me. Let me go ahead and get to the plot in a sentence. A group of survivors take shelter in a small house as the zombie apocalypse rages around them. I have to say, this movie is kind of surprisingly short.
Not every movie has to be The Lord of the Rings long.
Yeah, but when I came across videos that are only an hour and a half long, it's kind of surprising that's the entirety of the movie. I don't endorse piracy. Even though this movie is fairly short, it takes quite a while to get to most of the main characters. And even then, it takes place in a small house, so it's kind of a small movie. The zombies in this movie are the slow zombies. They seem to be afraid of sources of light, especially fire. And all of the people in this house are people who are looking for shelter from the zombies. Yeah, the movie starts out in a graveyard as Barbara and her brother are visiting a gravesite of their father. That's where we first meet up with the first of the zombies. It's kind of bits on the radio saying that there's something going on, but they don't hear it. And Barbara is kind of comatose for most of the movie. She's not much help for most of it. She's just kind of rambling random things.
Don't be too judgmental. You wouldn't be much help either.
Probably not. But I hope, in this situation, I kind of hope I'd be more like Ben, the next guy he run into. He really takes charge of the situation. He's the one that boards up most of the windows and really takes charge of the situation. It is kind of odd, though. He never introduces himself. It just... another character just mentions his names like once or twice, and that's Ben. But yeah, but most of the time he's like saying this is the way it's going to be. I'm taking charge of the situation. So he's really good guy. Really has his head around the situation most of the time. Harry Cooper and his wife and kid are another couple of characters that are in it. He's actually hiding in the basement for most of the movie. Yeah, I think about halfway through the movie he actually finally shows up. But he feels that the basement is a safer place to stay than in the main.
Well, it is a more defensible position.
And that's his position too. But it's also pointed out that there's no exits from the basement. So if the zombies start coming in, there's no way to get out. And Mr. Cooper is the kind of guy who, once he makes his decision, that's the way it's going to be. That's the decision he makes. So, yeah, that's just the way it's going to be because he says it's going to be that way. The next couple of people, they're barely characters in the movie, is Tom and Judy. Tom kind of just is there to argue the point of whoever's talking most of the time. And he kind of just... The actor, he really feels like he's just reading lines he's given. He's not much of an actor, and I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's rude to make a judgment on that, but he's not very convincing. The bad things about this movie, other than Tom's performance, but I don't know. This is a pretty tight story, so there's not a whole lot of complaining against, in my opinion. The only real complaint I have is the zombie outbreaks caused by radiation.
Oh. You wanted a more scientific explanation to a zombie apocalypse?
Well, sometimes no explanation at all would be better than radiation did it, maybe, I guess. It's like, radiation is energy. It's a charged particle. Why is radiation causing people to rise from the dead and eat other people? It makes no sense, but that's a nitpick. And there's a really kind of a dumb scene where they accidentally light their truck on fire.
How does that even happen?
Very clumsily, and only for the purpose of the story. It's almost like that was the plan of they intentionally lit their truck on fire. So it's like, well, we gotta be trapped here somehow. It's like, that's kind of stupid. And there's also a fight between Ben and Mr. Cooper. It's like very poorly choreographed, but this isn't that kind of movie, so it's like, it happens. And something about the ending is kind of weird. It's like they organized bands of hunters to go after zombies. It just seems that these roaming bands of hunters take these situations rather easily. Like, oh, let's go shoot some zombies. Okay, let's go shoot some zombies now. We're shutting down the zombies. Also, the end does seem kind of finite as well. It's like it just doesn't seem to take very long to get the apocalypse under control. It just makes it seem like it's a one-day thing that happened and it's over. The great things about this movie, it actually has people acting like real people in an emergency. That's where a lot of things in zombie-related things lose me. It's like it's the beginning of the zombie apocalypse and everybody immediately knows what to do. It immediately turns into like a gun-toting badass superhero because they go from an office worker to Rambo because it's a zombie apocalypse and just kill everything. You know, it's like, what the hell, people? I seem to be a fan of person versus environment kind of movies or situations. There's no real bad guy here. It's just a group of people trying to survive against rising odds.
There is some conflict between Ben and Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean either one of them is the bad guy. It's just two people trying to survive. It does kind of have a BS ending, but that really doesn't hurt the movie overall. I would say it's a 5 out of 5.
Wow, a perfect score.
Yeah, don't expect a whole lot of perfect scores from horror stuff from me. I know we never really find horror stuff scary. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm psychotic. Maybe I'm a sociopath that has any feelings for other people. But it's like a lot of these situations like, okay, it's gory. Or, okay, that sucks for that person. What do I give a damn? But I can actually feel the tension in this movie. It's really exciting and actually has an effect on me. So, yeah, that gives me a perfect score for me. So, yeah, that's Night of the Living Dead. Every third Saturday of the month I want to do a review. I haven't been really good at making those, but hopefully with time I can get better. So yeah, like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thanks for watching.